Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be kind of like a rambling video because I'm going to pick on this lock sent to me by Lockmania. It's a Ruko, and they're excellent locks. This is like challenge lock level of difficulty picking this lock open. I haven't gotten it yet. I do get false sets and everything, so I'll go through that as I'm picking it. But the rambling topic I'll do while talking about this is control. Um, for a lock, you need to control your tension, and you need to control your pins and stuff like that. But this one applies more to like psychological control, and this has nothing really to do with locks, other than like maybe the tension, applying tension, and the pressure, and who's in control of stuff. Um, when a key goes into a lock, it sets up the key pins at the correct height uh, to the driver pins and everything, and the shear line is created, and it allows this plug to turn. Just think of the pins as like an interference thing. Um, when they're in their resting state, they should interfere with the rotation of the plug, but if you get them to the right height, um, you can get the plug to turn. Well, the control I'm talking about is the control of your life. In my case, um, I've retired, and so what that means is I don't have to have a boss or anybody else telling me what to do, when to get up. I'm pretty much more in control of my own life, much more than at any time in your life, because when you're young, your parents control your life pretty much, and uh, when you're older, your boss controls your life pretty much. I mean, they control what you say or do, and if you don't like it, yeah, you can go get another boss, but he's going to have his own set of rules. So eventually, if you live long enough, you reach a point in your life when um, you've got enough financial means. And I got a false set there off of hitting pin 5. This might be a 6 pin, but it feels kind of like a 5 pin. But it's very difficult. But anyways, you'll still run into people trying to um, take advantage of you and manipulate you psychologically. I don't want to make it sound as sinister as it sounds and stuff. It can just be friends, quote unquote friends that are using you for their own advantage, but trying to make it sound like you're going to benefit something out of it. Kind of like a con game. Um, Come do this, and you can get this. Well, that never happens, but what they wanted does happen. They wanted some help or something like that, and you wind up giving it for free. Well, when you run into some persuasive people, sometimes they'll try to convince you to do things that your instincts are telling you, this doesn't sound right, or I don't like it. If you ever run into that situation where, I don't, you have to be convinced of something. Somebody wants to convince you, like, I'm trying to talk you into this. Well, the reason why they're trying to talk you into that is because something about it doesn't make sense to you, or something about it you don't like. Um, Never let someone pressure you into doing something that you don't feel right about, because oddly enough, murders are caused by usually someone you know. I mean, it may not be like a family member or something, but it's usually someone you've seen before or talked to. So keep that in mind, and like, oh, I'll go into a strange place and I got to watch out for the murders. The person that could get you killed could be in the car with you, the one there. So I don't want you to get you paranoid or anything. I'm just saying that as far as like control in my life, the way I look at it as retirement is, this is my life. This is the rest of my life, basically. And how I live that is up to me, really. I mean, if doing this and this will benefit somebody else out, I don't mind helping people. Believe me, I like helping people. I like helping out, but I'm not going to be taken advantage of. And also, excuse me, if my instincts are telling me that something is wrong, like, there are many things I don't like about this particular idea you've got about going somewhere, and how great it's going to be. Uh, if there's something that doesn't feel right about it to you, you've got the right to say no. And I just basically I don't want to disappoint people, but also I'm not going to I put myself in a lot of weird situations before. I used to be I looked for trouble, and then I realized, man, you don't have to look for trouble. It will find you. I don't care how secure your place is, how great your bunker is, and how deep down on the earth you're protected against nuclear, biological, chemical zombies, whatever. I guarantee you that trouble will find you down there in your little cubby hole when it wants to. So it's all in how you react to things and what you put yourself into. Now, as far as this particular lock goes, it has a sleeve around the core that acts like built-in countermilling. So it's very easy to get trapped in oversets or get your pin stuck. I'm just going to pull this one back. You can hear that. I had some of them set. I don't get very far on this guy. I get a little bit of rotation, and that's about it. So I said it's like, it didn't come with the key. So it's about like challenge lock level of difficulty, trying to get into one of these, which is probably just a stock Ruko, that, which is weird around here in America because really they don't, the quick sets, man, you can just usually just blaze right through them. Some of the Schlags and stuff like that have got spools in them and stuff can be difficult, like the Schlag F series that I've been messing with lately. Man, they're only like 5 pins, but I I haven't been able to pick them things open yet or rake them. And I'm talking about, I don't know if it's F series, but it's these kind of guys with the little spring compressed thing on there. Man, these suckers are tough to pick. And so is this Ruko. So anyways, that's kind of like my ramble. I live at home and I'm alone. My cats are just basically wooden and metallic and stuff like that. So I really don't have um, much to talk to, when it comes to stuff like that, other than just putting up videos like this and putting it out in the world, just saying, hey, this is what my instincts tell me. This is what I'm going to go with. But you can be talked into situations, man, where you're out 1,000 miles away from home, depending on someone you've only recently, maybe you've known them for a while, but you haven't hung around them for a while, and you have no idea what they're up to or what's going on. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You got no money. You got no connection with the outside world. Something was to happen. You could put yourself in a world of hurt if things went wrong. And one of the things is like a lot of people don't realize this. They worry about zombies and terrorists and everything else. But what's most likely to kill you in the United States, believe it or not, is driving in a car. And this guy does dumb stuff when he drives. He tries to text while he's driving or talk on the phone. I told him, man, leave that shit alone. None of that shit is that important, while you're driving, you should concentrate on the road. But, anyways, I'm probably not going to take this road trip to Minnesota, is what I'm saying, basically. No matter how much. Now, I got a nice deep fall set there. And I kind of overset somebody because I just let off tension a little bit and went forward and it moved a little bit more. And I heard a pin drop. So, I'm getting stuck in that overset trap here. To me, when you're in a deep fall set, it means that you've engaged a spool. And if you can find the right pin By the right pin, I mean the one that's binding and caught up like this. You should be able to get counter rotation. You should be able to feel it, however slight. You should be able to feel it in your tension wrench. It should push back, you know, against your finger, and that's where you got to put the pick on the right position. Now I got to click right there off that one, but I didn't get any pushback. I got to click off 5 too. I feel pins falling back. Man, this thing is difficult. So anyways, I'm not going to try to go too long in this video on picking it, but I've tried to get into this lock before, and maybe eventually I'll get it, but it's pretty tough. I don't know what model number it is or series, but anyways, Lockmania is also doing a 400 subscriber giveaway at the time of this video. You know, I'm putting it up. So let's see, 6/27/2019. So I think it's this weekend he's gonna do his drawing, maybe Monday. But check it out. You've got to do a video of picking or raking or bypassing, I believe is acceptable. But check his subscriber giveaway video. And Cherokee also is doing one. She's doing her 100 subscriber giveaway. Both of them are great channels, by the way. If you haven't subscribed to them, great pickers and people to watch picking locks, and a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this guy. That's as far as I've got, which I believe Lockmania told me the pins in here are the gin bottle type of ASA pins and stuff, which are they've got very sharp lips on the bottom of them. They're designed to catch into stuff like this. And if you get into one, man, you really gotta know what the hell you're doing. Now I've just picked random pins, you know, saying, well, this one kind of feels like it's giving me counter rotation. Why don't I manually counter rotate? This is like pin 4, for example. When it pops off that lip when you're pushing on this pin, man, it's sharp. That was that pin. And you heard like 3 or 4 fall back when that happened. So that's usually what you do. It's just like a game of set pins and then have them fall. And when you got to what you think is like your deepest fall set, you got to kind of guess as to which one it is. Now, I've tried top of the keyway tensioning also, and I have a problem with my tension wrench falling out a lot. So the warding is so good on this, you really can't use bottom of the keyway. So I'm stuck by this ledge anyway, and I like bottom of the keyway tensioning when you don't have a choice, when it's when you're already restricted in the keyway, or you would stick something down there like a shotgun anyway to keep your pick from falling in. Anyways, I'm not going to get this guy. Before I've tried zipping it and raking it, and all I can get is a deep fall set. So, ooh, see? Now there's a very deep fall set, that one right there, right when I'm ready to give up. That's a deep one. I really felt the core turn a lot. I should maybe only be like 1 pin away from getting this thing, but this is when you really got to watch that you're not hitting warding, because that'll give you some counter rotation feeling. You want to make sure you're on a pin, and that when you push on it, see, like this one, I'm kind of levering towards the tension wrench. You could be levering against your tension wrench and thinking you're getting counter rotation. So it's just tricky. I mean, some of this is just really tricky and hard to figure out. And I'm going to screw this one up. I'm going to pick the wrong one on this. I just know it. Because this is not a challenge lock, if I do pick it up, and I'm going to have to do a separate gutting video because I'm already at 15 minutes, but I've never taken this thing apart. I've only taken this little back latch thing off of it because I couldn't fit it in the vise with it in the way, but I've got the C-clip on back here. The bendy clip or whatever the hell it is. But yeah, this is as far as I got. And the thing is, it's not spring-loaded or anything, so I can leave it in this state and try again in the morning, but I don't think I'm going to get this guy. I keep saying that. I don't have a lot of confidence in this one because it's so tricky. It keeps giving me a bunch of strange feedback. Or I'm going to switch to a Trick Master, which maybe I need to force somebody. This pin too is way down there. He's like in the way. He's like, 3. I don't know. I get kind of like some counter rotation on almost every one of them. So beats the heck out of me. But it's a fun lock. I don't want to give you the impression that just because I can't get it open, I'm not having any fun with it. I am learning, learning something. Learning I don't know how to pick Rukos. I picked one. I picked that challenge lock Ruko that he made. But man, I'm not getting this one. Look at me, I'm 17 minutes. This is what happened, man. I went up sitting there talking to myself all night, trying to pick a lock. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning. 3 o'clock. It's another thing, when you're retired, you don't have a schedule, you know what I mean? So you go to sleep when you feel like it. You wake up when you feel like it. You'll time shift. You'll be in different zones where you'll be in day shift sometimes, then night shift, then in between shifts, you know, where you just can't go to sleep because you just woke up, but it's not a time to be up really because there's not anything going on. Anyway, I'm not getting this guy, so I'm just gonna leave that like that. Maybe tomorrow I'll get lucky. But that's as far as I've gotten on this Ruko, and I can't figure out who's binding. So we'll leave it at that. So thank you for watching and listening to my rambling.